ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
If I can't do it, homie, it can't be done.
VIP me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies, make money, money.
Hold out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go, money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? It is Alex, the fantasy football hustler, back at you. And we got some big news. It literally happened right as I was coming on live, so I had to change the show title and everything. It's crazy, man. Aaron Rodgers, he got his wish. He got his wish. Davante Adams is going to be heading over to the New York Jets, to those goddamn Jets. And I don't know. You guys tell me, is it even going to make a difference? I mean, obviously it's going to improve their offense, but is this a move that helps them become an actual contender? You let me know. You let me know. And stranger, shout out to the Houday Nation. What up? What up? Big Bandos have been trying to trade for Adams for weeks now. I mean, you know, it's that time. Chef Ran Jets are so desperate. I mean, they should be, though. I mean, they've sucked for like a really long time. Mio, what up? What up? Chef Ran Lazard stock down. I mean, they're going to be thrown into a lot, I bet, no matter what. What up, Sea Wolves? Corey, what up? What up? Jet Super Bowl loading. Let's chill out on that one a little bit. And Big Bando, what up? What up? And Big Dog said, why trade for Adams? The guy's washed. I mean, obviously not. Obviously not. I mean, it's anyone will look washed when you have a real shitty QB throwing the ball your way. Big Dog said Rodgers needs to retire at this point. He's better than a handful of NFL quarterbacks. Emil said Jets are not going to the Super Bowl. And Millie Mills, Jets going all in just to lose, about to get him for a third. I said I guess I would have done it too. Yeah, and we don't know the exact what's it called, all the details of the trade just yet, but we'll be on watch for that. And Big Dog said, funny thing is Jets won't even make the playoffs. Their defense is trash. You think the defense is what's been wrong with them? The Doe said the Jets have receivers. The trade was pointless. They should just trade Wilson now. I mean, you think the trade was pointless? Like, look at like a team like the 49ers who have Ayuk, Debo, and CMC. Even their shit wasn't even enough. All of that to overcome the best team in the league. You need to fucking load up like this. I don't think they're going to win a Super Bowl, but they're making moves. Big Dog hates the Jets. That's hilarious. Rush Lord, what up? What up? What a rush. Let's get it. Adema, what up? What up? What the hell? I got cheaters in my league trading waiver wire ads for Adams. I mean, yeah, that happens sometimes when you don't play in a good league. Rush Ord, not only the coach and half owner, but now becomes a GM. What a great gig. Blue, what does this do to Wilson? Probably helps him. Now he's going to get Adams taken away. The best defenders on the league sometimes. We don't know how it's going to play out. I'm sure most teams will still will still target Garrett Wilson like crazy. What up, Cameron? What up, Hollywood? Corey said we holding on to Lazard, not a drop. I would just wait. Karen said, I think Aaron Rodgers being a baby every time something goes wrong is the problem. Maybe. But the Jets have had a long history of like problems. So maybe this is Aaron Rodgers actually fixing a problem for them. Emil said Miami has Waddle and Tyreek. Yeah, they have their defense has been pretty whack. They can't stop the run. And Demon said Adams will mentor Waddle a little, I think, and help Wilson eat now. I mean, hopefully he does, because like that would be really huge for Garrett Wilson if he actually got to learn from Adams. The good thing is Brees will dominate more now. It's going to be very hard to stack the box on Brees when you have to account now for Wilson and Adams. That is 1,000,000%. Corey said, what are we doing with Calvin Ridley? Probably crying about him. I mean, I don't know if we could drop him, but if you think he's going to be a landmine for someone else, just drop his ass. But it sucks. Deeper leagues, I mean, you can't just drop him. That's the tough part. I mean, you can, but if someone picks him up and, Will Levis learns to throw better, it's going to be some good games coming for Ridley, but it's all hope at this point. All hope at this point. So we're going to cover some IDP waivers as well. I'm going to kind of get that pulled up right now because mostly every day I'm slacking, or mostly on Mondays and Tuesdays I'm slacking on getting going on the waiver wire stuff. So I'm going to get everything ready right now. So we're already in the position. And Bundles thing got him 6-0 with Adams on my bench. There we go. Andre said this man just runs the organization now. I mean, I don't know. He's probably doing a better job than the actual people who've been running the organization for years and losing and drafting incorrect draft picks and like all that. And Rush or the Jets might have a chance if they swap teams with the Packers, one green team for another green team. Fans of Green Bay won't even notice. Corey, we holding McNichols? Nah, you can just get rid of him. I just said, does this hurt or help Garrett Wilson? A little bit of both. I'm leaning on it helping him more, though. Stranger said so much for Adams and Crosby being a package deal. That probably would have been too expensive for any one team. But there we go. Raiders finally doing what they're supposed to do. Making some moves to blow that team up. Andre said at least he won't get double teamed anymore. Yeah, exactly. Cameron said, I think Guadendo's a good waiver wire pickup. Yeah, for sure. Go check out my running back waiver wire video. Yeah, he's a decent waiver wire pickup if you have Mason or CMC or anything like that. But it's crazy how people think he's going to be like a top 10 league winning running back. The Lazard won't lose snaps. If anything, he hurts Wilson in my eyes. AR is more comfortable with him. Basically has Packer team back. I mean, he's got two receivers back. And so he's the QB, the GM, and the coach. Mio said Crosby probably ended up going to the Lions with Hutch being out. I mean, that was the speculation. Let's see if it happens, though. And Steve said, you think Cook's in a committee now? I just traded Bowers, Pollard for him and Kmet. Well, the thing is, every running back is in a committee. Literally 100% of running backs are in a committee. So let's just start there. And then 2, yes, I do think he's in a committee, but he's still going to be the main guy, and he should be getting more than 50% of the work. Sorry, guys. Pretty much sums up the New York Packers. Corey, which two do you like more on waivers? Bateman, Douglas, Noah Brown, Leggett, Boutte. Probably Leggett and Bateman right now. Rush Lord, I've lost one. Well, I have one last team with the number one waiver tonight. Is it a use or a stash this week? Anyone you like? It's probably a stash again. I mean, there's nobody who really like jumps out the window. Like even like the Sean Tucker guy. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, is he going to be like a league winning guy? Like if Rachaad White comes back, like then it just muddies the waters for all three of them, probably, if they like him that much. So nah, probably holding. And South Sea, would you trade Slayton, Harris, Brooks for Swift? I already have Barkley, Mixon, Mason, or hold Brooks. I mean, that's way too much for Swift. Let me just start there. So I would not make that trade. And Toker1J says Adams finalizing the deal with the Jets. That's what we heard about 30-ish minutes ago. Yes, sir. We don't know any of the details or anything yet, but there's been multiple sources that have already confirmed this. So we just got to, we're just waiting on the details. And Lipsy said, so what happens if Garrett Wilson, with Garrett, is he still going to be getting his normal targets? I bet it will stay very similar to what he's had. Could there be games where he loses targets now? Yeah. But I think for the most part, averages should stay the same. And Seawolves with Pacheco. What? Pacheco's not returning this week. Why do you think Pacheco's returning this week, Seawolves? Definitely not. And no, you're not dropping Connor because Pacheco's not even coming back yet. And bundles. So where's Mike Williams going? To the bench where he belongs. Chris, what up? I think this really improves his target quality. Actually, DA lined up. DA lined up should draw more attention. Yeah, free up Garrett Wilson sometimes we normally wouldn't be. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot easier, or it's a lot harder to like double team and triple team one guy on the team when you got multiple guys who can now do the damn thing. Corey, drop Lazard for Leggett. You have any other options, or is Lazard like last man up, like last man on the totem pole there? And Restaurant said, wow, great news for Mike Williams. Now he can't get hurt. You think that? He'll prove you wrong. He'll prove you wrong. He will prove you wrong, my brother. He'll figure out a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's for sure. Chris said Rush Lord with the top tier comment. Because that was fucking hilarious, dude. And Mike Williams, where there's a will, there's a way. He's gonna figure out a way. And the Doe said it's news on Pacheco. I didn't hear anything. No. Nothing like he's not coming back yet. Let's remember it was like 8 weeks from It was like 8 weeks from what, week 3 or something like that. See what said Pacheco estimated return 10-20. Like that could be estimated return to practice. He's not coming back to the game yet. There's no way. Yeah, let's see. But I don't even think he's coming back this week. Let's see. See, they even said week like week 9, that would be 6 weeks. So like no, like I don't know why he's not coming back this week. Like there's been no news saying he's coming back this week. So I'm curious where Seawolves is getting that information from. Because they said at the time, like 6 to 8 weeks. He went out in what, week 3? Tucker one, give me 1 in 100 on all 3 boards and 4 more randoms. Okay. Let me go. Dang it, Toker one. Someone snatched up number 1 on the Broncos game before you. But I'll get 100 for you. Marked off the other ones. I'm going to go mark these down before I forget. Number 10 then. Okay. 10's available. Gotcha. All right. So 10, 100, 4 more. You the man, Toker 1J. Getting you set up here right now. And that 100, man, it was a hitter last night. Hell yeah. Okay. Got it. Bada bing, bada boom. And Corey said Lazard's last man on the totem pole. Neither will probably start this week. I feel like I do like to get more long term, but this also it could help Lazard as well. Like it could just like, you know, the reason why he gets work right now is because he's like an afterthought for the defense. I mean, now with Adams coming over, he's really going to be an afterthought for the defense. So that's another reason why I kind of just don't want to just outright drop him right away. Chef Rand said Cup coming back would be so clutch. Yes, hope it's soon. I mean, I know they've made talks about him even potentially coming back this week, but yeah, we got to hear more news. Tomorrow is going to be a big day for news, that's for sure. And Rush Sword says possible Williams could pull a butt muscle sitting on the bench too long. I mean, I think that he will surprise people on how easily he can get himself hurt. He's just like what's his name? Like Fletcher Reed in Liar Liar. Remember when he's kicking his ass in the bathroom? The guy, what the hell are you doing? I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind? And yeah, the dead does that. Damn, Hush, you shut down that Pacheco news quick. Well, because it's way too soon. He's only been out 3 weeks. Like they said, 6 to 8 weeks. So like, there's no chance in hell that he's coming back right now. And even if it was coming back right now, it would be to practice, and it would probably at least still be 3 weeks before he comes back. So no, the timeline just didn't. It's not adding up on that. If Seawolves could tell me where he saw that, you know, I could go check there, but it's too soon. It's too soon for him. They said he's going to miss like half the season because you can't rush like, what was it, a fibula or something? Like, it's not like you could just make that heal quicker. You cannot. And Chris said, trade question. I need a solid wide receiver. Trader bench, Wandale, Mostert, Tracy, Ramondre, CMC. Any ideas? Maybe Mostert to the A-Chain manager. Maybe Ramondre and Tracy somehow. To a team that really needs running backs, and you upgrade to a wide receiver with that. Or maybe it's a Wandale plus a Tracy, Wandale plus a Ramondre, and then you upgrade the tier of wide receiver. They get a running back and a wide receiver. Probably one of the combination of one of those. Abraham said, can't believe I dropped Cooks for that bum yesterday in desperation. If I picked up Davis, I would have actually won too. Damn it. And Lipsy Lazard might be a sleeper. I mean, Lazard's been a sleeper. He's been doing good this entire year. Decent anyways. Tucker One said, yeah, the board gods were on my side this week. He said, 100 on Thursday, 200 on Sunday, and 180 last night. Dude, killing it, bro. Killing it. Appreciate the super chat, my brother. You the man. Doe said, should I trade Pacheco? I went heavy RB, got Kamara. Well, you've already had him out for like half the time potentially that he's supposed to miss. So no matter how you slice it, I mean, you're getting closer to him coming back. I feel like I don't want to trade him for nothing. And I feel like Pacheco would be a guy that I don't think people are trying to trade up for necessarily, because it could still be, I mean, shit, week 9, I think that's like, seems like best case scenario with like the 6 weeks. But like, what if he does miss up till week like, 12 or 13 or something like that? And 12 would be, what would that be? I guess that would be 9 weeks. So what what if he was out till like week 11 or something like as well? That would be the 8 weeks. And Siobhan won my matchup this week. Hall's points were just gravy. Nice. Yes. Hall finally looking better for sure. Finally. And the Doe said, I thought it was too soon. Figured he'd be back around week 12. Yeah, see, like, I mean, all this happened in week 3. So if it was like, a lot of people were counting the timeline 8 weeks from week 4, And see, Wolves drop Reed for Mooney or Pittman. Pickens, Deontay Johnson. Or Deontay Johnson? I mean, yeah, I'm assuming Deontay Johnson, right? No, I think I want to hold Reed. Anto, what up? Should I trade Pollard and Pittman for Jacobs and A-Chain? I mean, how bad do you need running backs? That's really what that comes down to. And Seawolf said ESPN app player profiler says Pacheco estimated return 10-20. Yeah, I mean, you can't really trust ESPN. Like, remember ESPN and Adam Scheffner said that Cook was for sure playing yesterday? Can't trust them, bro. They just put shit out there. Like, they don't even give a fuck about their fantasy football app. It's just advertising to them. Because, look, if you played on Sleeper, this is the update that you would see from 1 month ago. No complications with the surgery. He had a successful surgery and is expected to return in 6 to 8 weeks. That was like 4 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So no. You guys are tripping with that ESPN update. ESPN is trying to fuck you. Ooh, Toker1J said, do a weed song right now. Let's go. Don't gotta tell me twice. I heard that Joker 2 was horrible. I'm very curious, though. I don't judge movies like a lot of other people do. So I'm very curious, like how bad it really was, Anybody have any insight into the Joker movie? Yeah, Peacock, haven't seen it yet. Yeah, with all the bad reviews, I'm just like, I'm just gonna wait a couple weeks, wait till it hits the Fire Stick and just watch it for free. But there was one person who posted like a video of them going to see it in the movie theaters, and then they showed like, look, everybody's leaving right now. It's only halfway through the movie, and like showed that the movie was still going and like everybody was leaving. And Corey said, what does that trade do to Conklin? Do I drop him for Otten? Well, see, the thing about a guy like Conklin is like Adams, he'll like Garrett Wilson kind of goes over the middle sometimes. Like that's why he was actually getting more work the last couple weeks. They made him start going like over the middle. Adams kind of goes over the middle like as well. It's like I feel like Conklin is like, yeah, he's going to be like fourth man up like there, but I feel like he's going to get some wide open throws and like literally like it just could be more efficient for him. I probably would drop him for Otten. But let me see. But who? Like, man, I'm not even in start sit mode yet. I don't even know who's going up against who. Jets got the Steelers, so it's not a horrible matchup for a guy like Conklin. Actually, you know, a better matchup for a guy like Conklin. But I also like Otten's matchup versus the Ravens as well. So, yeah, I feel like it could go either way with those guys. But Conklin, I like what the efficiency could be, and Otten, like I like what the volume could be this week. So I don't think Conklin's going to be getting volume like he was before, you know, 8, 9, 10 targets, but efficiency though could be happening. And Millie Mills, he said Patty still runs the AFC and Adams ain't helping the Jets defeat him either. I don't think so, but I mean, that's a piece that could help. Definitely. I mean, getting Adams doesn't help them. It only doesn't hurt them. It only helps their offense. And Anto said, love the stream, bro. Have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you, homie. Thanks for coming through. And Corey said, I can get Ertz against Carolina. Nah. Hunter Henry against the Jags. Like Hunter Henry would be a close second for Otten, but I think I'm going Otten still. Ravens are giving up a lot of booty to tight end. Corey, the only thing I'm worried about with the new Joker movie is that it's a musical. So I guess I heard something like that, but like I don't know. Do we like Willy Wonka? You know, do you guys like Willy Wonka? Like, I mean, it depends on like the context. I feel like of the music. Like I don't hate on, you know, songs happening in there. Like if it's like literally like, you know, an hour and a half movie with 10 songs in there, like, you know, 10 musical numbers, like that's probably doing a lot. I don't know if it is or not. I'm just speaking. And Mark, Steelers defense is decent stream this week, even against the Jets. Davante or try another option. I mean, they're a decent streamer, but yeah, it's crazy how like the Steelers were probably drafted as one of the higher defenses, and then now they're kind of just a streaming option. Who else was an option for you as far as the streamers go? Did you guys see my my streaming team defense video this week? Gonna throw that in the chat. Let's see. Week 7 streaming defenses. Make sure you guys go check that out when you get some time. And Chef Rand said Lamar coming for that AFC crown. They're looking good. They're looking good. And he's got Henry over there. Makes things better for sure. Flash, what up, bro? Said, man, missed you talking about this, but which wide receiver now will be scratched? Mike Will? Probably. Yeah, I mean, he was already getting a whole lot of nothing anyways. Yeah, I don't think they made this move because Lazard was going to get dropped, you know, in the pecking order. Like Lazard's, he's been solid enough in the offense and he's a good blocker. But yeah, like Mike Williams has been very irrelevant. Oh shit, Seawolf said it's already on Blue Steel. Okay, I'm going to check that out. And he said the Joker movie was dumb. Doe said that movie was so bad I didn't pay for a fucking musical. How many did you stay all the way to the end, Doe? And I'm curious how many musical numbers were in there. And see, Wolves need a running back. Aaron Jones, Javonte, Gibson, Madison, or Sermon, all on waivers. Thinking Aaron Jones off of the bye. Who do they play this week? The Lions. Yeah, it's a really tough matchup, but I think I'm going Aaron Jones off of the bye compared to those other guys. And Mark said Bengals, Saints, Rams are the other options. I wouldn't be mad at the Saints on Thursday night. I'm definitely not mad at the Bengals against the Browns, who've been very, very suspect. I'd probably play either one of those over the Steelers, actually. And yep, Bengals was on my list. They're one of the ones I liked. Big Breakfast, what up? It's a dynasty trade. Ayuk straight up for Henry, 10-teamer. Start 11. Wide receiver room is stacked. Ayuk's my wide receiver 5. Yeah, fuck it, dude. Like, I normally wouldn't, want to trade for like a guy like Henry, but like if Ayuk is your wide receiver 5, who's your other wide receivers? Just out of curiosity, let me see if I rank those guys the same. But yeah, Ayuk for Henry straight up. If that's something that the other manager is cool with because they have good running back depth, yeah, Henry's gonna help a lot of people win this year. And I know for Dynasty, if you're not one of the guys who he's going to help you win, you move off him. And yeah. Big Bando, what up, what up? Yeah, Peacock agrees. Ayuk's been so bad this year. Trade him away. Yeah. Yeah, especially if you can get Henry. I mean, he's old. He's old.
Simmons is old!
But he's fucking killing it right now. What they say, he has 3 multi-touchdown games so far out of 6. He's going for that 20. He's going for 20. And I don't think we've seen, like, when's the last time we've even seen someone rush for 20 touchdowns in a season? Like, I don't even know. Because, like, not 20 total, because I'm sure actually, I don't know how many CMC got the year when he went for 1,000 and 1,000. And Big Breakfast, I got JJ, Lamb, Neighbors, Devonta Smith, Ayuk, Amari Cooper. Yeah. For sure. Yep. I'd rank him the way that you said, with Ayuk being number 5. Yep. Right above Amari Cooper. And then you still got Amari Cooper at number 5 if you even needed him. Yeah. I'd do that in a New York minute, bro. In a New York minute. All right. Now, going to be getting to the sleeper IDP waivers here in a second and get it loaded up here. And for anyone who's in our basketball league, don't forget the draft is today. I don't know what's up with the air, but I got to go turn this down a little bit. I'll be back in a couple seconds, guys. Go to the bar after dark, smoke that tumbleweed. And Quinn, what up? Trade DK to receive Tay? No. I'm not going to trade a wide receiver for a wide receiver of similar like caliber like that, unless you just want to cheer for Adams. And if you want to cheer for Adams over DK, go for it. But I would say try to make a more calculated trade than that. Zach said, is Juju Smith-Schuster a good waiver wire pickup? Decent, I mean, the only reason he's on waivers right now is probably because of the bye week, like last week. So, yeah, I mean, decent enough to where you got to do it. Man. Even the waiver wire for IDP getting very, very thin out there. All right. All right. Yeah, we got a couple guys that I see right off the bat. see one guy who was like a droppable guy for me at one point. Let's see. Damn. All right. Found someone solid for you guys. 0% rostered. Let's see. See, Wolves have London, Godwin, Moore, and Dell. Drop Dell for Mooney, Lockett, Wandale, Juju, Kirk, or Downs on waivers. I think I'm just gonna hold Dell with Nico, more than likely missing a couple weeks here. Getting into an IDP league, I highly recommend. You will have a chance to get into an IDP league for the playoff leagues. I'm going to have some offense only leagues and I'm going to have some IDP leagues, offense with IDP. I just know I got to offer that for peeps now, because I know there's some people who will, if I have IDP, I know they'll never play in the leagues that I have, and I want to fill as many leagues as possible. So I'm gonna offer both as much as I can. And Joe said I have 2 DLs, 2 LBs, 2 DBs, 1 flex. He said so much fun. Never go back to a regular league for sure. And I would say that's really great. That's really great the way you have it. I like the two. I like the 2-2-2-2s where it's 2 DLs, 2 LBs, 2 DBs, 2 flexes. That's for redraft. And then for our dynasty leagues, I have 9, 2, 2, 2, and 3. 2, 2, 2, and 3. Yeah, 3 IDP flexes. So yeah, that's where I'm usually rocking. The redrafts I have at like 8 guys, and then the dynasties I have at 9. And super fun, man. Like when I was introduced to fantasy football, that was like the second year that I played, when I played with friends. First one I got invited by some random person who I worked with for like 3 weeks. And then I got into a league with friends the next year. And like, that was just how they played. 2 QBs, IDP. It was a 10-man league. And I can't even remember like the setup of the defense, because I think they might have had cornerbacks and defensive tackle and defensive end and all that shit. I feel like I'm good keeping it the DLs. And Andre said, yeah, bro, I legit can't stand losing to a kicker. Yeah, see, like, fuck kickers, man. Like one of the main reasons why I like playing in IDPs, with an IDP league, there's no accidental wins. When you start, like, let's say you're starting 7 offensive guys and like 5 IDPs. I mean, that's 12 starters now as opposed to 7. Like, there's no accidental wins, at all. Like, that's like the big thing that I like. Like, one person, like, unless they extremely go off, like, one person is not going to win you a week. Like, it will be a combination of people who win you the week. Because I've had it to where, I'm sure everybody in IDPs had this, where your offensive side of things sucks, or you have a couple guys who just suck for that week, but you had a couple big hitters on IDP go off, and they end up carrying you, to a victory. Yeah, no accidental wins. Because I know there's some people who, oh yeah, like, I'd never do IDP, but I'll add like 5 more flex spots. Where we're starting like an insane amount of offensive players, but then you're starting like a whole bunch of scrubs, like on offense as well. Like that's something I also don't like. And Joe said, should I keep Treylon Burks in my dynasty league and hope he gets traded? I mean, as opposed to what, like dropping him? Like, that's what sucks. It's like, unless it's like a pretty shallow bench, it's like you really can't drop him. Like, he's too good. He's too horrible to play, but he's too good to drop. Like, that sucks. and no one wants to trade for him, like, either. So it's like legit, that's your only option, is like Because like I don't even like even if you put him in as a throw-in, like in a trade, I feel like that would like sour the trade. Joe says, should I keep Max Jones? Mac Jones. I still have. So I haven't I mean we have like 31 bench, you know, and I think what do we have? 9 and 8, 17 starters, 31 bench. And I can't do it yet. I can't cut Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Can't cut him. And Andre said, how's the scoring work in your personal IDP leagues? Oh, just like this. Check this out. I got a graphic. Where is it? Here you go. IDP 1, 2, 3. QB hit, assisted tackle, 1 point. Solo tackle for loss, 2 points. Pass defended, forced fumble, fumble recovery, safety, blocked kick, 3 points. Sack, interception, touchdown, all 6 points. And it's very easy. You know, there's a lot of scoring systems out there. It's like 0.75, 1.5, 1.25, and like all this, and like, you know, it just kind of gets tough, like get you know, all the decimal points and like all that shit. Like it gets a little tough. So like that's why I like IDP 1, 2, 3. Very, very simple. You know, everything's either 1, 2, 3 points, or it's a sack, interception, and touchdown. And like those things are so rare, you know, like just in the grand scheme of how many plays, you know, there are in the NFL, sacks and INTs, like they are equivalent to a touchdown on the other side of things. They happen like that few. They happen like not that often. And Chewy said, I had no RB4, by the way. I lost by 10 points in my 50 league. I had 1 spot free in the league, and it wouldn't let me pick up anyone 30 minutes to game time. I was so sad. Man, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Andre said, appreciate it, bro. Definitely going to get into some IDP leagues next season. Yes, and I recommend getting into IDP leagues with me, because I swear that one of the main reasons that a lot of people do not like IDP leagues is because of a previous experience with a bad commissioner who didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So if anybody is going to get into an IDP league for the first time, get into a league with me. Fuck everybody else, because you will have a great experience with me for sure, because everything is going to be laid out very simply, you know, like I said right there. But all IDP leagues are not created equal. So that's the one thing that I got to remind everyone. Like, you know, unless you're joining an IDP league with the commissioner who's been around the block, just don't do it with IDP, because I don't want you to get IDP like a sour taste in your mouth from a bad IDP league. That's for sure. And Pam said, I might want in on one of those IDP leagues next year too. Pam, I swear, for someone like you who gets a little bit of a run of bad luck like you've had, IDP league, like there's no accidental wins, you know, and even if you fuck up in a couple spots, like if you have good IDP players, and if you're following me, you will have good IDP players. Yeah, like it really helps you. Chewy, could have picked up Davis and won. That sucks. That sucks. And so what the hell happened? Like, it just wouldn't let you, like why wouldn't the league let you pick someone up? Like, what was wrong with the platform? And Chewy said, what are your thoughts on Evans for Wilson? I'm not mad at it. I don't really like doing wide receiver for wide receiver trades, especially when they're amongst, you know, like similar value. So I probably wouldn't do that necessarily. But if you're getting the guy that you want to cheer for, like I'm never like against that, because you should roster who you want to cheer for, you know, at the end of the day, especially if you only have like a couple leagues. And Big Breakfast is super flex. My QBs are Kyler and Burrow already. Okay, yeah. I mean, not horrible, because you got the you know, the other QB back, but Deshaun's the one who's been horrible. And Andre said, 100%, bro, looking to join a bunch of your leagues next year. Okay, perfect. And don't forget, it all starts in the NFL playoffs. So literally, as the fantasy football season ends in week 17, I'm going to be filling up these playoff leagues. They're going to be 12-team leagues. There's going to be super flex offense only, and well, I guess it's going to be offense only and offense plus IDP, because I say super flex offense only, but it's only because it's an option to start a quarterback, and it's a 3-week tournament. There's 2 options on the buy-in. It's either 33 or 55. 55! Super fun, and keep the party going, and then you'll get a really good insight onto, the league experiences that I offer. And yeah, it is. It's a good time, man. It is a good time. And Pam, I just sniped Dearness Johnson, dropped Jeff Wilson, feeling sneaky and cool. Let's get it. Chewy ESPN wouldn't let me do it, man. See, fuck ESPN. You guys got to get out of those ESPN leagues. Like, what the hell? Baked Bros, what up, homie? Shout out to Baked Bros. Let's smoke it up, my brother. What are you smoking on? I seen some of your your ladies coming into bloom. They looked shit looked fire. Chewy, it's a 5-man keeper league. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. And just excited for Rodgers and Adams again. Rodgers on my team, just traded for Geno too. Nice. I have we play in a 32-man league. Okay, this league is fucking insane. We have 5 offensive starters and we have 4 IDP starters. It's fucking insane. And I have Adams on my squad and I have Rodgers on my squad. Like, dude, feeling good about it. I'm curious to see how this all pans out. Because and so here's my first 3 picks in a 32-man league, and I had like the 31st pick. So it's like, then I got a good 2nd round pick, and then I did have we do have a 3rd round reversal. So I actually had a decent 3rd round pick as well. It's like the 2nd pick in the 3rd round, and I got Derrick Henry, Adams, and Rodgers with my first 3 picks. Man, let's go. Feeling good about that team too. Andre said, I imagine your IDP leagues are crazy competitive with you dropping all the waiver wire vids. Well, it's a yes and no, because 100% of the people who play in the leagues that I commission, they do not watch these videos. I guarantee that. Like, are there people in the leagues who watch the videos? Of course, because like there's a whole bunch of people watching right now who play in the leagues. But yeah, I wouldn't. They're competitive, but there are always new people kind of jumping in the mix, like, as well. And like, if you are one of the ones watching the videos, you will be one of the competitive people, like, as well. Like, for sure. It's just there's no way around it, because you'll be getting information from me. You'll kind of see, okay, let me just look at like some of the top defenders, like right here, like points wise. Robert Spillane, number 2 in linebacker scoring. He was in my top 25. Bobby Wagner is number 3. I had him at number 4 in my ranks. Levante David was next. He was in my top 25. And this is top 25 just overall IDP, like all 3 like positions. Joker from the Browns. He was like an honorable mention in my top 25 IDP video. You guys have heard me talk about Dorian Williams. You heard me talk about Aaron Kedricks. You've heard me talk about EJ Speed. And just so many fucking, and Andre said, bro, people were sleeping on Bobby Wagner, bro. And see, and like me, like out of all the IDP players, out of every single defensive player in the league, I said that he was ranked number 4 for me. Out of every single player in the league, he was ranked number 4 for me for fantasy. And like, that's how much of a stance that I took on Bobby Wagner. And again, he's proving me right, because he's the man. He is the motherfucking man. And all he does is get tackles. Last year, he had 183 total tackles. That is more than 17 games. That is more than 10 tackles a game. Like, that is insanity. So needless to say, I have Bobby Wagner everywhere, because people who weren't valuing him like me, I was able to swoop him like really late. And I got him in a whole bunch of dynasties, bunch of best balls. And Pam said, we playing Adams Sunday. We need to see if he's going to play or not. We need to see if he's going to play or not, because I'm not sure. And Pam said it happened to me too, but he lost. Yeah, salty as fuck. Yeah. And Baked Bro said the one I just posted is done. Just needs to finish curing. Nice. Venetian cherry. Nice. I like it. Pam, you think the Steelers D versus the Jets or the Broncos Thursday versus New Orleans? I like the Broncos. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I only like the Broncos if Pat Surtain is playing. If Patrick Surtain's not playing, I don't like the Broncos. So that is the huge asterisk on playing the Broncos this week. And I really don't think that he's going to play because it's a Thursday game after getting El Concusto on Sunday. So, no, I don't like the Broncos this week, actually. If I'm choosing just from those two, it'd be the Steelers. I said, hell yeah, man. Went to the perfect coach as well. Yeah, it was a really good scheme over there. Yeah. And Joe said, do I drop Demario Davis for Diablo? I mean, that was one of the 0% rostered people that I was going to talk about. With as bad as the Raiders are going to be on offense, maybe. I do like the projection of Diablo now that he's back. Because he was injured for the last 3 games or so. And now the Raiders offense is completely shit. That means they're going to be on the field more. And no Christian Wilkins. Now that's another reason why I like Diablo and Spillane a lot more than I liked them before. And I mean, you're not really going to be able to go pick up Spillane, anywhere. But, yeah. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. Fantasy Dog, what up? Said, hey, Alex, number 1. He said, yes, Adams to the Jets. He said, way too busy this morning, but always support you, dog. Respect. Appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you, brother. Seawolves need a backup QB. Do I want Rodgers, Goff, Cousins, or Caleb? I mean, all are good. Levels of good, right? Fuck, look what Goff did last week. I know that the Cowboys are kind of a shell of themselves right now. Let's see. Who plays who? Jets play the Steelers. Tough matchup. Lions play the Vikings. Tough matchup. Atlanta plays the Seahawks. A little bit of a lighter matchup. And then Bears are on bye. So I guess we wouldn't be basing Caleb off of this week specifically. I don't know. Because of the news, it's almost like, fuck it, man. Go Rodgers. He's getting Adams. Adams and Garrett Wilson on the same team. This is going to be the best wide receiver tandem that Aaron Rodgers has ever played with. And I mean, Adams is, let's see what Adams is. You look last year, he looked good. This year, in the beginning of the season, he looked good. So I don't think Adams is a shell of himself or anything. And Aaron Rodgers has looked good at times. So I think I'd go there. It'd be at Rodgers or Goff. Andre says Mason worth benching this week if he plays. Some of my other options, K9. Who does the 49ers play? They play the Chiefs. Yeah, definitely worth benching him versus the Chiefs. Literally any running back is worth benching versus the Chiefs. Any running back except Derrick Henry and Saquon. Those would be the only guys who I'd play with the ultimate confidence would be those two guys. Even then, look at what they did to Derrick Henry. I know it's the beginning of the season, but he didn't do that good. I think he only had 40 or 50 yards, but he got into the end zone, saved his day. And it was only the first game of the season for him, and he's looking way better now. But he's also going that's the difference, though. Look at the teams that he shit all over compared to the Chiefs. Even if the Ravens played the Chiefs again, I'm sure that they would slow down Derrick Henry more than the Cowboys did when he ran for 200 yards on them. And Chewy said the dude wants Ken Walker and Evans for Wilson. I have A-Chain. I just don't like that. I don't want to super pay up for Garrett Wilson, especially not now. All right. And if you play in an IDP league, You know what? Dang it. I need an IDP. We need a fucking IDP emoji. Why do we not have an IDP emoji? Okay. If you play in an IDP league, throw in IDP in the chat because I got a question for you. And I want to get some instant feedback from some peeps who play in IDP leagues. And Pam said, sorry, crap, we're benching Mason or Guanendo. So the Chiefs are literally one of the toughest rushing defenses in the league. So we want to lean on sitting any running back versus them. So yes, Mason, Guanendo, any of those guys, we're looking to sit them this week versus the Chiefs. Yes. We're not going to play bums over them. Like, let's also remember that when I say we're going to be when I say we're going to be sitting running backs versus the Chiefs, it doesn't mean we're going to pick up some bum and start them over them. Okay. So that's like my at least disclaimer, you know, if we're throwing in another, you know, RB2, someone who's like RB2 kind of value, I'm for it. All right. Johnny and Toker 1. Okay. So I had a suggestion from someone who said, would you ever consider doing a start and sit video like you do for offense? Would you ever consider doing that for IDP? And I never really thought about it. It would really just like, cause there's so many IDP players, you know, but would it be worth it to like go through each matchup and like mention a couple guys, you know, not mention every single, you know, like with offense, I mean, I talk about the wide receivers, the running backs, and the quarterbacks and the tight ends. I talk about every relevant, you know, position. It would take so long for IDP because like literally I would be talking about every single person like on the defense. But would it be worth it? Would you guys be interested in a video where I go through each matchup very similarly to the offense? And I'm like, I'd start these two guys in this spot. I wouldn't start this guy or this guy. And like, you know, maybe like talk about like, let's just say 3 to 5 players, just depending on maybe 2 to 5 players, depending on what defense like it is. Would it be worth it? Like, would you guys be into something like that? Because I'm very curious how many people would be. And Pam said, I think that's cool. Okay. Johnny said, yeah, that'd be dope. Okay. Well, that got brought to me by someone who I know. She loves IDP, but she said in a couple of her leagues, she only starts a few people. And she said she feels like she makes the wrong decision literally every single time. I'm like, yeah, it's almost impossible to guess right when you only start 1 or 2 people because there's so many people out there. Like, imagine if you played offense with 1 flex where you could start any position there, any position, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. And like, imagine how many people would be frustrated because every single week they picked wrong because you're only starting 1 player. It would happen. And Johnny said, there's nothing like that out there. And I mean, that's one of the things that she said. She was like, I love your start and sit videos. She was like, I went and searched for IDP start and sit videos. And she was like, there's nothing out there. Just like you said, Johnny, I know there's not. I mean, there's literally like I could count on my hands how many people are doing IDP content. So I am trying to get more things to the masses. And yeah, so that one was one that had me like really thinking. And I know we only got 2 answers in, but I feel like that's still helping me, you know, with what I wanted to, with what I was thinking about anyways. Big Bando said, I'm going to need to clear up a roster spot. You think Najee and Ingram for Hubbard trade is yay or nay? I'm going to say nay. I'm going to shoot that down and say I wouldn't do that. Because look at what Ingram did in his first game back. Decent matchup, not like an amazing matchup either. And Najee, I know he's going to have some bad matchups, but like Najee's just been so consistent. Like, you know, I know it's not consistently amazing, but, you know, consistently decent. Like, I just feel like for where we even drafted Najee, like you drafted him as a flex guy. And he's like a really great flex play, like almost every single week. So I don't want to get rid of him in a 2-for-1 trade for a guy like Hubbard. Like when I feel like Hubbard and Najee have pretty similar value. All right. And Tucker 1J could be useful to some people, except myself. I continue to do my own research, but I'd watch. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that be like part of your research, like as well now? Like if I did that? I think it's all about making it quick, like because even the starts and sits that I did last week, it was a lot quicker than the week before. And I know we had like a couple teams on bye, but yeah, I feel like I got to go through like those certain things quick. And everyone should be doing their own research on everything. But I'm hoping that the content that I put out is like a part of the research, you know, that like part of your research process. All right. Okay. Only an hour and a half in, but we're going to get to these waiver wires after one more bowl here. Yes. Let's do it. Get one more bowl, and this is the runts to the face. Dude, man, there's so much drama with a lot of companies are getting called out on their bullshit, like the weed products. And there's this one company, Bay Smokes, and they just keep getting called out on having like bad shit. And like this one influencer, he did a collab with them, and they did a pound like giveaway or something, and they gave away a pound to a person, and the shit had mold in it, and like the person got sick, and like the guy who's like the influencer, like he, you know, he's just on the stance of like, you know, like I wasn't the one who shipped it out, like they've already taken full responsibility for it. And but he still like has their weed like on his website for sale and shit. Like even after that. So I think that's why a lot of people are like hating on him. And he said there's never been any complaints from anybody who actually like purchased the weed, but you never know who's actually purchasing it or not. Because like if it's someone who's not like a social media person, you know. All right, just push the trade through. What do you guys think of this trade? Darnell Mooney for a 25 second and a 25 third. What do you guys think of that? All right, let's see. We got another trade go through here. Just got to double check that they paid the fees. And Jay Peasy, what up, bro? I had your comment up here. I don't even think I shouted you out. What up, Jay Peasy? Oh, this one is this one's a big boy trade right here. Hold on. Let me gotta mark this guy down who threw in the first. All right. Yeah, I'm not. I know I can't post every single trade on social media, but I'm gonna try to make more videos where at least I'm showing off some of the trades that are happening in these leagues and asking people, you know, would you rather have side A, side B, yada yada. And so here it goes. Team A receives Joe Mixon and Justin Jefferson. Team B receives Nico Collins, Xavier Worthy, Rashad White, and a 2025 first. What do you guys think about that? Take a picture. Yeah, this will be a good one to throw out there. All right. And Big Bando said Ingram and Mooney for Flowers sound juicy. I mean, Flowers did look really good in the last 2 games, but I guess what sucks is like you're not getting like that production for those last 2 games. And like, who's your tight end to where you're just getting rid of Ingram? Not bad. But anytime I see a tight end like Ingram in the trade, I'm like, damn, I wonder who the other tight end is. Because I see it so many times where people will trade away the better tight end. Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, you're not doing that here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I might do that. And Johnny said, seems fair enough. I'm taking the JJ side. Yeah, right. Because I mean, really the only guy or thing given up in here that really is the cause to pause is Nico in the first rounder. I think it's pretty easy to get rid of Rashad White and Xavier Worthy to bring back Jefferson and Mixon. Big Bando, the only reason I'm trying to flip Ingram right now. Well, see, don't sell cheap on him either. Like, he's still going to be a top tier tight end no matter how you slice it. So, like, trading him off for cheap, like, all that does is help your opponent. Like, yeah, it helps you get someone like Flowers, but helps your opponent more than it helps you. And I want a mutually beneficial trade. I don't want to seem like I'm helping someone more than they're helping me, you know? Just don't want to do that. All right. One more bowl, and then we are getting into the IDP waivers. Going to be starting off with the linebackers, and then hit the DLs, and then hit the DBs. And Johnny said, I think I'm lower on Worthy than most. Maybe, but I think you guys know my stance and how it's really changed. Like, you know, I was never really super high on him. Like, to me, in the draft, I kept going. Like, I had the 10th, 9th, 10th, 11th pick in like a lot of these like leagues, you know, some the 12th where I actually won the championships that I didn't trade away the pick. And it was like the back end of the first to me was like Xavier Worthy, Brian Thomas Jr. And those were the guys that I think the 2 guys that I went after the most. And I know there was a spurt where I was getting Worthy a little bit more than Thomas, but it was like in the beginning I was doing Thomas, and then I switched to Worthy for like a really short period of time, you know, maybe for, I don't know, 3-4 leagues, something like that. But then I totally switched back to Thomas. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. we're going all BTJ with this pick. And so, yeah, I wavered a couple times, but yeah, now we're seeing how Worthy gets like very little volume, and like everybody's chasing that first week with the 2 touchdowns right now. Drop Sermon for Tucker. Probably. Who's the Colts play this week? I mean, it's a good matchup for Sermon. That's the only thing that sucks. But I probably would do it. And of course, I dropped Tolbert for Bateman. I mean, we kind of see that Tolbert, there's, you know, nothing's guaranteed with any of these guys and how much work they may or may not be getting. Bateman versus the Bucks on Monday night could be really solid. So yeah, I think I would. All right. There we go. Ooh. Ugh. You the man, Johnny. IDP waivers incoming right now. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wait. Forgot. Got to leave the timestamp for the people watching on replay. What up? What up? It is Alex, the fantasy football hustler, and I got another IDP video for you IDP savants out there. Let's go. Before we get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You're not going to get IDP content like this anywhere on YouTube. Very few creators are bringing you IDP info like me. Let's get down to biz. And the way we're going to do this, we're going to start with the linebackers first, then jump into the defensive linemen, and then jump into the defensive backs. All you super extra savvy IDP guys, just remember there's going to be some guys who I'm going to be mentioning on this video who maybe they were drafted in your league, maybe they were picked up in your league weeks ago. Just remember, I do this every single week, and we're going to be bringing guys who might be a little bit more rostered than others because every IDP league is not created equally. I pretty much only talk about guys that are like 6-7% rostered or less on Yahoo redraft league. So remember, you sleeper guys, the percentages, they're all wonky everywhere, but with dynasty IDP leagues, that means that the percentages rostered are going to be a little bit higher. So I use Yahoo projection. I use Yahoo percentages because that is a little bit more true to the redraft world. Okay. But there will be 0% rostered guys that you should be able to pick up even in deeper dynasty leagues. So here we go. Let's get down to biz. Okay. Here we go. Where the hell is he? Where the hell is he? There we go. The first pickup that I'm talking about, I mentioned him over the last couple weeks, but there may be someone who finds this video for the first time, finds the channel for the first time. Trevin Wallace. He's only 4% rostered. There's going to be no more Shaq Thompson. We already know he's out for the year. Josie Jewell's been hurt for the last 2 games. Even when Josie Jewell comes back, Trevin Wallace is still going to be a guy who's going to be on the field. So go pick him up.
Pick him up!
If he is available, get the rookie. Even in a dynasty league, he might be available. Probably not because he's been balling for a couple weeks. So if you're in a savvy IDP dynasty, he's probably not there. But yeah, go check your waivers. See if he's there. He definitely deserves an ad. Definitely deserves to be one of the top guys added this week if he's available. Okay. Okay. Now, you know I mentioned this guy before, Ventrell Miller, only 3% rostered on Yahoo redraft leagues, a second-year guy. There's been a lot of injuries over there to the Jaguars linebacker core. Foyo Lacoon still on IR. Devin Lloyd got hurt, and even though he came back, Ventrell still been on the field balling. Double digits in each of the last 4 games, and he threw down 21 points this past week. They got the Patriots in London. I see a lot of tackles coming for him. Tucker 1J talking IDP. I had Hutchinson and the Debo, and I won so bad I took Barkley on the mandatory trade, was still able to screw the opponent by giving him Hutch. Damn. Oh, man. Cutthroat. I got an Eagles linebacker for you, Nakobe Dean. Double-digit points every single game this week. Double-digit points every single game this year. 19 points against Cleveland. They got the Giants coming up this week. Oh, got to check something. It's him and Zach Bond, pretty much the only guys getting snaps at the inside linebacker position for them. And they released Devin White, if you didn't see that. So Dean and Bond have been doing good enough to where they just gave Devin White the heave-ho. Come on, internet. There we go. Lot of tackles, a lot of tackles. That is for sure. This past week, 7 solos, 5 assisted. This is the first game where he cracked double-digit. It's the first game where he cracked double-digit tackles, but he's been flirting with it this entire year. I mean, he had 3 games, 2 games with 7 total, then a game with 8. So he's been hovering right around that. I think more good things to come from Nakobe Dean for sure. Hey, Bob in the house. Bob Nix, what up, my brother? Tucker 1J had to get it done. Is undefeated until yesterday. Oh, yeah, Big Tons, man. Ooh, he deserves it. Yeah, Big Ton's been on a tear. I know he stole someone from me. I can't remember who it was, but it might have been Barkley that he stole from me. Think about it. Let's see. Ooh, this is another good one. Damn, CJ Mosley only played a couple snaps yesterday. Interesting. Big Bando, what do you think about Najee and Ingram for A-Chain? I feel like you're not shooting high enough. And Roberto, what up? They said, you think Jacobs, T. Higgins, and J-Mo for Bijan's an even trade? Or is that too much? I think it's too much. Are you trying to trade for Bijan specifically? Or did the person put Bijan like on the trade block, anything like that? Oh, Bakes, just in time. Check this out, who I'm talking about. You came right in time.
At perfect time. About to start a little puff give in this motherfucker.
Now, here is one of my favorite linebacker pickups of the week, and he's 0% rostered in Yahoo redraft leagues. Divine Diablo. Oh, yeah, the devil himself. He missed the last 3 games, so, I mean, he was droppable for sure. But now that he's back, him and Spillane are getting, like, all the snaps over there, and they just traded Adams. Their offense is in shambles right now, and they lost Christian Wilkins. They're probably going to lose Max Crosby. It's like guys like Spillane and El Diablo, they are going to be killing it over the next couple weeks, maybe for the rest of the season. So, yeah, go grab El Diablo. What up, Leon? Keeper League, full PPR. I want to get rid of Henry. Dude, that's like blasphemous around here. What do you mean you want to get rid of Henry? Give me the reason why you want to get rid of like one of the best running backs in the league. He's probably making it to where your team's killing it right now. Sean in the house. What up, bro? Big Bando, Najee, and Ingram for Ken Walker. Is that shooting high enough? We'll see. Like, now you're getting better because, like, A-Chain, the way that he's been working, like, he's, like, dipped in value. Guys like Ken Walker, though, nice incline in work. And maybe even shoot a little bit higher. Start higher than that. You got to find someone that needs to make this trade as well. Like, you have to find someone who needs the tight end, okay? Got to find that guy. And Sean, so you say they're going to lose Crosby. I mean, that's been in the rumor mill that Crosby was going to be out of there as well. Oh, shit. You guys ready for this? The Steelers plan to give Russell Wilson first team reps in practice this week. You hear that? You hear that? Fields about to be no more. And Bake said, nah, Crosby ain't on the block. Let's see. Everyone's on the block when you're imploding your team. Corbin, what up, what up? And Bake said, Divine's getting better. I still don't like his boom-bust career. Trust me, me neither. Leon, I ain't going to do the playoff, and I want a better keeper. And you better be shooting for, like, someone who's the best in the league. Because you just wanting to get rid of Henry, yeah, I don't know. It's never good when you just want to get rid of a low player because you're probably already devaluing him in your mind. Rush Lord, I have an idea. Take Kendre Miller off my IR this week. Should I keep him there? Rather get Davis Sermon or the new Tampa back. Probably the new Tampa back out of all those guys. Corbin said there goes the Steelers winning streak. Bro, you guys know that Mike Tomlin and the Steelers have won with guys like Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges, right? You guys know that, right? Like, Fields is not good. Fields has been manning the ship and not crashing the boat. Like, that's what he's been doing. And Abrams, I need Fields to stay in. I said, I have his auto card and the value will go down. Man, you got to move it right now. You got to move it right now. Sell high right now. And yeah, Corbin said true. Yeah. See, I mean, you know, that not saying Fields hasn't done good because he's done good for fantasy. Like, he's probably, you know, he's done very decent for fantasy, but like, just realistically, like, Mike Tomlin's won with some very bad quarterbacks before. So we as much as like people want to crown Fields, like, this is Mike Tomlin doing Mike Tomlin Steelers things. Because remember that year when Big Ben went out and they legit, like, how were they winning with Mason Rudolph and Duck fucking Hodges? Like, and they still went 9-8 or 9-7 or whatever. I can't remember if it was a 17 game seasons yet, but and Mason Rudolph was so bad that was the year that he got blasted with the helmet from Myles Garrett. Ooh, totally forgot about this guy. Okay. Now, this one kind of slipped through the cracks for me because there's not a lot of even beat reporters that give us IDP information. But Nate Landman, he was activated from IR just one day before the game. It's because of Troy Anderson not playing that Landman came in there and got some snaps. There you go. Now you can see his game. If Troy Anderson is missing any more time, the Landman can. Okay, the Landman can get in there and score you some points. He is 0% rostered in Yahoo redraft leagues. And even if you're looking here, it's crazy that it says he was started in 1% of leagues. That's insane. And rostered in 2% on Sleeper. Very available. Corbin to Xavier Woods got me 20 points. Let's go. He's the man.
X gon' give it to you.
All right. Let me see. That was a couple guys. Oh, you know what? I until this guy's rostered in 5% or more, I got to keep throwing him out there. I'm going to keep telling you about Justin Strinad. It's Strinad, I believe, but Justin Strinad. I'm going to keep telling you about him because he is the Alex Singleton replacement on the Denver Broncos. He's been there for 3 weeks. I've been telling you about him for 3 weeks. 18 points a couple weeks ago, 18 points a week after that, 19 points this past week. He gets hella tackles. Their offense is hot garbage. They're on the field a lot. And he's 2% rostered in Yahoo redraft leagues. I mean, look at on Sleeper, 0% rostered on Sleeper. Go pick him up if he is available. I know he is readily available.
Pick him up!
Only been telling you about him for 3 weeks now. That's it. And C-Boy E, should I trade Cup for Adams? No, I don't think so. I don't want to trade, similar IDP guy like that for similar IDP guy. Let me see. Anybody else? I might have to leave it off with the Justin Strinad. Do. Bruh. What up, bruh? Give Bijan Olave and Hunt for Debo, London, Dobbins. No, it's too many for too many, and I don't like you giving up the Bijan side of things. I'm going to save you and just say no. Don't do that. Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's see. Do. All right, the last linebacker that I threw him in because I wanted to show you this clip. It's Willie Gay from the Saints. He got 69% of the snaps this past week.
69, dudes!
So he's just hitting it all cylinders right now, for our show. Only if Pete Warner does not play again. He's missed the last 2 weeks, but Willie Gay was also hurt as well. He came back this week. If Pete Warner is out, Willie Gay might be a pickup and start in a random game on Thursday versus the Broncos that are kind of like whatever on defense. So just throwing it out there. He is not rostered in Yahoo redraft leagues. Crazy that says he's 7% rostered here in Sleeper, though. But yeah, Willie Gay, but only if Pete Warner is out. Now let's jump in to those defensive linemen. Okay. Bruh. Thoughts on Juju? I hate him. He's a bum.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
But he's got a good opportunity with Patrick Mahomes right now. And with She Rice out, he does have a good opportunity. So I do like picking him up as like a bench guy. You know, has he earned enough trust to start yet? Probably not, but it depends on how bad you're hurting with injuries and bye weeks as well. But yeah, he's a bum, man. Like, he's a scrub. We all know he's a scrub. He's got a decent opportunity right now. And Bad Sport said Davante Adams to the Jets. What do you think about that, man? And it was for a third rounder that could turn into a second, they say, based on his performance. They haven't given us the indication of what that, what conditions would get them the second round. But yeah, not bad giving up the conditional third, conditional third, right? Yeah. But I wonder what Adams has to do for them to get that second round instead of the third rounder. It's funny. I'm like, in all the leagues, all morning, I've just been seeing Davante Adams on the trade block. Davante Adams on the trade block. Bake said Sleeper said it was a fourth with a conditional second. I mean, pretty sure it was Adam Scheffner's post that I saw where it said conditional third. Let me see. Let me go back to it and see if it was Adam Scheffner. I know Adam Scheffner's been wrong lately. No, it's Ian Rappaport. No. Albert Breer was the one who said about the... And what is he? He is senior NFL reporter. Frizzil, what up, homie? Chef Ran, thoughts on McLaurin and Juju for Tyreek? I'm not mad at it. I mean, it'd be nice if we knew when Tua is going to come back. And Jason, I dropped Ingram tight end for the Jags last week. I try to swoop him back, even though I have Kraft. Yeah, because someone's going to swoop him and try to play him, maybe against you. Yeah. Man, and I'm feeling it must have been like a month ago that Marco did all those the memberships for everyone. A lot of people are looking naked without the green cross to their name and without the name being lit up in green. Make sure you guys join again. I mean, you could join as a $3 member, as a $5 member. Just look at the different tiers that are available. And here's the link to join. Make sure you guys do that. Rep the crew 24/7. Appreciate you guys. And Frizzil, so I'm 1 and 5. I think I want to sell high on Bijan, maybe get Evans, Pollard, or Cup A Chain or Barkley. Yeah, I mean, what's going to help you is you got to get 2 to 3 players for Bijan. Like, that's the way that you got to do it. You got to get 2 to 3 players for Bijan that are really going to help you. They must be locked and loaded starters that you are getting for your squad. And hey, there we go. Jason's not messing around. He got it back. There we go. Yeah, it had to have been 4 weeks ago when Marco was going crazy or Nigel, when Nigel was going crazy. 100 memberships gifted in I don't know, like a 30-minute time span or something crazy like that. It was insane. Jason's feel like it's better to roll with just one. Well, it is better to roll with just one, but Ingram's so good enough to where someone's going to pick him up and start him. Like, if nothing else, like, you should pick him up and use him as trade bait. And Big Mello, what up? Thanks for the follow on. Oh, wait, no, that was a couple days ago. He said, would you trade Kupp and Brian Robinson Jr. for Saquon? Yes, but I feel like you've held Kupp so long. It's like, damn, he's so close to coming back. And like, when he comes back and plays one game, his value automatically is going to go up. So I feel like I would rather wait for that than like trade him right before. I mean, it would suck if he comes back and gets hurt, but that's just kind of the risk, that we take. Or got offered Pollard, Pickens, and Taylor for the same package. I mean, that's probably a little bit better, but then now you're just trading for Taylor's broken ass. I'd probably hold on those. And Jay said, hit the like button, guys. Hell yeah, let's get it. And yeah, and it wasn't even, I mean, obviously when I saw yours and that made me like think to like say it right then because it just started smoking and all that. But no, I noticed it like today and I think yesterday. I don't know when, I just noticed there was a lot of the green badges gone. I was like, oh shit, it's been like a month since he did that. Nigel's the man. And Rush Lord, I have Kamara. Should I play Monty and Hunt and bench Kamara? I have great wide receivers to fill out the team. Probably. I know Dobbins did his thing against the Broncos, but that's a kind of a rare occurrence. Like, I'm gonna go look and see like how many teams actually like had running backs that did good against the Broncos. That legit might be. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong about that the whole time. I guess there have been some decent tandems that have done okay. Yeah, because really the Jets and Tampa, it's probably because they shut down Brees. That's probably why I thought that they were like shutting down everybody. And Stranger said, been a month already? Yeah, because it was, I think it was like week 2 when I got remonetized or whatever. And yeah, been a month. Yeah, not even sure how it works, but I know you have to have some, whether it's Google Pay or like something like that, or you connect a card. But yeah, $3 a month is the smallest, and everyone who is a member, a paid member, is going to get entries into the raffles that we do also. And Jason said, hey, whoever bought the first month for me, they're a legend and a scholar and amazing at fantasy. That's Nigel. Nigel's in Serbia, so it wasn't even anybody in America. Like Nigel, I'm convinced he's some like Serbian king or something. Like he's a baller. Like he's always one of the people who's gifting a shitload of memberships, throwing in a shitload of super chats. Yeah, so that's who it was. And Crispy said Russ starting. It's a competition. So he's not just outright going to be the starter, but they're giving him first team reps, and it is going to be a QB competition leading into this week. Jay says, so we swoop Ingram before he grabbed Juju or Ray Davis. I would, because, I mean, assuming this league has a tight end spot, tight end is it's the position where there is like nobody who comes up who's like worth a shit. Like, and Ingram actually came up. Ingram's worth a shit. So yeah, I would try. He said, regardless of team need. Well, if Cook comes back, Ray's kind of nothing. Juju, he's kind of like a flex guy. I don't think he's like a locked and loaded, like, just top end wide receiver 2 or anything. So Because I think that you could pick up Ingram and put him into a trade. If Kamara sits, stream Jamal. Maybe, but man, I don't know. I'm nervous about Jamal. Andres, what up, homie? He said, rip that bong. He said, you think Cooks is out another week and Ray Davis worth a pickup? Well, I mean, I do think Ray Davis is worth a pickup. Yes, Cook's dealing with turf toe shit. So, like, yeah, it could be something that lingers a little bit. And, like, I do like picking up Ray Davis. It's just one of those things. Like, you're probably picking him up more for, like, to stash than to actually pick up and play. And for Zil, I like Barkley rest season schedule. Yeah, I'm thinking about trading Bijan, maybe throwing a wide receiver like Flowers or Smith just to spice it up. Yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, it's, as long as you're not, you want to try to at least get back an equal number of starters that you send away. How about that? Big Bando said, time be flying. He said that Nigel seemed like it was like 2 weeks ago, max. I know, right? Yeah. It's crazy how fast the football season goes. And it's because we're having so much fun, like watching it. And like, it's funny. Like someone, I told them like the schedule of like the videos when they drop and they were like, huh, I didn't even know you were on like a weekly schedule. Like, man, we've only been doing it for a couple weeks now, you know, where they drop on the exact same day, very similar time, you know, all of that. And, but yeah, it's like everything, because it's so scheduled, you know, it's like even now, we're 2 days away from Thursday night football. And, you know, like we just had Monday night football last night. And it's like the weeks just go quicker because we're waiting to get to football. And man, yeah, it's crazy, man, how quick the football season goes. But don't forget, guys, after the football season, after your fantasy season is over, don't forget, I'm starting the NFL playoff leagues. They are the shit. $33 and $55 buy-ins. I keep the fantasy party going for at least 3 weeks of the playoffs. The only game that it doesn't go into is the Super Bowl. And Jason said, bro, selling Bijan on the high and Saquon off a dead game, trying to get Saquon straight up with the waiver wire guy you swooped at the most. I mean, that's always going to be the best, is if you can trade like a couple, you know, one maybe flex person plus like a couple like waiver wire guys, and then that's what it's all about. And for Zoe's better wide receiver rest of season, Flowers, Davante Smith. I mean, Flowers, based on the way it's looking right now, I haven't looked at schedules, but probably lean on Davante Smith a little bit more. And Jay Sad's lit fantasy playoffs. Hell yeah. And NFL playoffs, you know, so right after fantasy football is ending for everybody, we're getting into drafts, like literally first week of January drafts. And it's fun, man. It is so fucking fun. So fucking fun. Some leagues will have IDP. Some leagues will be offense only. They're all going to be 12 teamers. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a very, very fun. This sounds like a blast. Trust me, you want to get in these leagues. They are fucking fun. And Chef ran, if I pull off that Tyreek trade, my wide receiver room would be Tyreek, Puka, Cup, London. I mean, that's really nasty. But like Puka and Cup are still hurt right now. So it'd be just like Tyreek and London. That's not that good for right now. And for Zosa, the issue with Barkley on my league, he doesn't have shit besides Barkley and Daniels. It has Nico. I wouldn't want anyone else he has. That's fine. Just go after Barkley and figure out. But you don't want to trade like your top end guys. Like that's like another thing too. Like you want to be trading your, like, give me your whole team that you have. Throw your whole team in there. Tell me who's the starters and who's the bench though. And Ray said, am I dumb for considering this? I'm getting offered Brock Bowers for Gibbs. I have Ken Walker, Kamara, my running backs. I have CD, Juju, Jaden, Godwin. Cup on IR also. So, I mean, it puts you in a position where you only have like 2 running backs, though. And I know that, I mean, Seahawks have already had their bye, right? But the Saints have not. And Laporta is tight end. Okay. So you're giving up Brock Bowers and you'd be getting Gibbs? What are you yeah, what's been tell me what's going on with that. Yeah, you're getting which side are you getting? Yeah, see, I give up Gibbs. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought initially, and I almost don't I don't like it. I don't like it. I know that Laporta hasn't been doing good, but like it's not like Brock Bowers has been doing amazing, like either. Gibbs is more valuable to me than Brock Bowers still. Peanut breath. What top end wide receivers can I get for Love, Ingram, Higgins, Devonta Smith? Got to go to your league. Got to see who's doing shitty. Got to see who needs some depth, to where you can trade, maybe a 2-for-1. So you got to go see what top end wide receivers they have. That's going to be the best way, just instead of trying to like target specific guys. Okay. D lineman. And Andres, you think Aaron Jones is out one more week? Oh, he could be out one more week. Yeah, I don't know 100% if he's going to be out, but I know that initially they thought it was going to be more than 1 week. Man. Linemen are so ugly. It's like most of them suck. It's like coming through bad tight ends. Field starters: Murray, Olave, Flowers, Bijan, Mixon, Ferg, Smith. Again, Juju, Corin, Bigsby, Pop. See, like, I mean, what about moving like Leggett plus Juju plus because like who are you even saying first? But Leggett, Juju, and like yeah, see, I guess what sucks is you only have the 2 good like running backs. I see why you'd say Bijan. Man, yeah, this one's really tough right here because I feel like it's almost like you got to give up a Bijan or a Mixon because I don't think someone with Saquon giving up Saquon without at least getting a running back and like Corman Bigsby like that no one's accepting that. Shit, you might have to go Bijan, Leggett, and Juju. That's what I would do to try to get him. Ray, I only like it now because Davante Adams now the Jets is going to Cook. Said I think I could trade for another RB with my wide receiver depth. Probably. Criminy, what do you think about Wandale and Shaheed for Metcalf and Ayuk? I mean, it's okay. I like getting Metcalf, but I don't know. All the other pieces in here kind of suck. And Ray, kind of like Darnold against the Lions. Start over Kyler Murray this week. What do you think? I think that the Lions defense a killer. But with Hutch probably going to be out. Carlton Davis misses. I like that a lot. All right. Here we go. Oh, wait. No. All right. Here we go. First defensive lineman to talk about is Mr. Davante Fowler. 0% rostered in Yahoo redraft leagues. Been very efficient with his snaps because he's getting anywhere, let's say, from like 50 to 60% of the snaps on like a regular basis, but he doesn't get a lot of tackles like either. It's really just him getting back to the quarterback. And they're going up against Andy Dalton and those Carolina Panthers this week. So someone like Davante Fowler, I would pick up.
Pick him up!
And fire him up.
All right. Fire him up!
Let's go. Baker, what the fuck's wrong with Michael Pittman? What happened? And Crimney have London, Higgins, and Cup. Okay. I mean, you got some hurt guys over there. That's what that is. All right. Let's keep going. Let's knock this out. There we go. Let's see. He's only going to be active if Flacco plays or what? I mean, hopefully Flacco just plays. And I assume so, though. Next defensive lineman, only 1% rostered from the Bengals, Mr. B.J. Hill. He goes in spurts for sure, but he's hitting a good spot of those spurts right now because 11 points 2 weeks ago, 18 points this past week, and a lot of tackles, 3 solos and 4 assisted tackles. They're going up against Cleveland. That's a matchup that we love. Oh, let's see. Who else? A lot of ugliness. Bake says sounds like he's being a bitch. He's gonna fake a re-aggravation of his injury if AR plays. Brazil so sending off for Leggett, Bijan, Juju for Barkley. Should I try to see if he could throw in Mooney with Barkley? Yeah, try it. You're still giving him Bijan plus a lot of pieces for Barkley. All right, let's see. Fuck, man, linemen suck. It's like I really don't want to talk about like random, like fluky players either. Let's see. Jesse in the house. What up? What up? I'm trying to get some IDP guys on the radar right now. The D lineman position is a very thin position, so I'm going to try to find a couple guys here who are just nobody really knows about. Travis Jones, here you go. Hasn't really done too great, but he's on the Ravens. He's an interior defensive lineman. Him and damn, what the fuck's his name? Why am I blanking on it? Him and Mad Buki handling biz at the defensive tackle position. Both guys get above 70%. So really, it's like those guys are on the field the most compared to any other backups that they have. He got a sack. That's really what pushed him up to the 18 points. But he's been hovering right around 3 and 4 like total tackles. If he can start mixing in some more sacks pretty often, if he can start mixing in more sacks, it's going to be way more valuable. It's just someone to get on your radar. Maybe you watch over the next couple weeks. All right. Who else? Man, it's so ugly. No way. Josh Sweat actually did good. He never fucking does good. Ooh, let's see. Is this the replacement person? Okay, here we go. My last defensive lineman to get on the radar for you guys, Aleem McNeil. Only 2% rostered in Yahoo redraft leagues. It says 0% here on Sleeper. Plays for the Lions. Probably going to need some guys like stepping it up with the loss of Hutchinson. And this dude stepped it up big time. 2 sacks in this past week and 4 tackles and 25 total points. He's on the field about 54% of the snaps. We've seen it go in waves where he's jumped up in snap percentage, jumped down, but with someone like Aiden Hutchinson going down, even though they don't play the exact same position, you still can expect for some of the guys that they really like to get a little uptick in snaps. So Aleem McNeil.
Pick him up!
Let's get it. And just said, oh shit, Adams to the Jets. I just seen the title. Dude, big time fucking news today. So big that I had to make that news just the title of the show this morning. That's how fucking big, how big of the news it is. Yeah, man. Aaron Rodgers got what he wanted, got his wish, right? Adams and Garrett Wilson. And Jay Phil, what up? Would you drop Ridley? It depends on for who. Just in blanket statement, no, I would not drop Ridley, but it all depends on who. If it's a more shallow league and there's decent options, potentially, but it really depends on who you got. And Bake said Lazard's a big question mark now that Adams is coming into town. Got me the dub in the number 7, though. Paul Cruz smashed Shane Falco. Yeah. As long as CMC's out for my team is just, we're a little hit or miss like right now. And so, yeah, lucky you caught me right now, Bakes. I'd rather you beat me in the regular season than me beat you in the playoffs. And, yeah, motherfucker. Let me see. What am I over there now? That might have dropped me to like 2 and 4. No, 3 and 3. Bakes is 5 and 1. He's on a tear right now. And see, even in my weekend condition, I still threw up 335. But yeah, look, I mean, I had to start Xavier Hutchinson. That's how bad off it was. Corey dropped Flacco for Dalton. If you have to make a move like right now, yeah. Let's see, because who's Dalton play? Dalton has a good matchup, right? Yeah, the Commandos. Yeah. Prioritize Bateman or Tucker. Which position are you weaker at? I feel like Bateman, if you need someone to start. Tucker, probably just more of like a hold for me. Damn it. And I totally forgot to mark down when I started the defensive waivers or the defensive backs. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back. I got to refill my water. Got to drain the main vein. I'll be back in a few moments. Let's go. And of course, this guy offered me McLaurin and Brees. I give up Derrick Henry. Nah, man. Derrick Henry was a hit for everybody who drafted him outside of the first round. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I mean, it's nice getting Brees, and it's crazy that Henry's valued that high right now, but it is what it is. All right. DB action now. Oh, you know what? Someone who got mentioned earlier. I need to throw him out there again because I told everybody to pick him up weeks ago. Okay. Last position we are covering, the defensive backs, and I'm starting with Xavier Woods.
X gon' give it to you. What?
Told you to pick him up weeks ago when Thompson went out. Told you to pick him up weeks ago when Shaq went out, when Josie Jewell, it just made it even better for him. Shaq's going to still be out. Josie Jewell, whether he's coming back or not, I feel very confident in Xavier Woods throwing down the type of games that he's been throwing down in the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, 28 points, 12 points 2 weeks ago, and 19 points this past week. He's been killing it for you. And so if he is available, because he's only rostered 1% of Yahoo leagues, go pick him up.
Pick him up!
Do it. And Jesse, what up, bro? So I'm the highest scoring team in my league and want to make a trade. And want to trade some depth for a top receiver. Smart man. I have Cup, Godwin, Olave. Cup, Godwin, London, Olave, Addison, Shaheed. Who would you trade and acquire? Well, I don't know who I would acquire. But if you are going to, like, you got to go find someone who's not doing good in the league. You got to find someone who may only have one good wide receiver. You know, and hopefully that wide receiver is a boss wide receiver, and then trade like an Addison and Olave in London, you know, or something of that nature, and then bring back, you know, a heavy hitter like a JJ or, you know, maybe even a Garrett Wilson at this point. There might be some people trying to trade low on Garrett Wilson. It's going to be a perfect time to buy Garrett Wilson. Especially if you can get him for like Olave and Addison. Be money. Be money. And Andreas, brother, should I shoot for Demario Douglas or Xavier Legette and drop Geno? I have Hurts at QB. I mean, I'd be looking around. How many people need a QB? Because I don't want to throw like who would be like the top waiver wire guy like out onto waivers necessarily. But yeah, I mean, Pop Douglas is good. I'm not like super excited about the Patriots offense in general, but he should be getting a lot of targets. All right, let's see here. All right. Here we go. I got an oldie but a goodie here. All right. You ready? We're about to take it way back.
What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time.
Rodney McLeod is the next guy to pick up. Woo! He's been in the NFL forever. He's been killing it these last couple weeks. There have been some injuries to the safeties over there in Cleveland. Maybe some people making business decisions. Who knows? But either way, 3 weeks ago, 12 points, 19 points 2 weeks ago, 25 points in this past week. He did get a whole bunch of tackles. And with the way that their offense has been working very badly, he's going to be on the field a lot. So as long as he's still going to be playing because of all the injuries that are going on around there and all the business decisions, he needs to be picked up and started.
Pick him up!
Let's go. And Jesse, I agree. If I went in, offered 9th place, Olave and Addison for Neighbors, but he just declined in seconds. People think being fleeced. Yeah. I mean, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's why sometimes you got to do the 3-for-1 and bake. So if Adams gets a first or second team all pro, or if he's active in the AFC Championship, the Raiders get a second. Okay. That could be very easy. For him to acquire second team all pro. I mean, that would be what? Is it only, I wonder, I think it might only be 2 wide receivers who make the first team all pro. So I guess he would have to be in one of the top like top 4 or whatever. So that would be a reason for sure. All right. Let's see. Who we going with next? But yeah, that was a blast from the past, huh? Well, this one could be a good one. Let me check, make sure this isn't Fugazi first. Oh, kind of is Fugazi now. All right. This one's not Fugazi. Here we go. Next guy on the list, Trayvon Moehrig, only 1% rostered in Yahoo redraft leagues. In the linebacker segment, we talked about his teammate, El Diablo. Their offense is very bad. Adams got traded away. Defense should be on the field more. Moehrig's on the field all the damn time, and he just gets a lot of tackles. It's what this comes down to. 8 solos and 2 assisted this past week. He had 24 total points, playing damn near 100% of the snaps, if not 100% of the snaps every game. So if he's available,
pick him up.
Their offense has to be taking a step back with no Adams. And you look at his last couple games, has been very solid, but really just the entire year, double-digit points in IDP 1, 2, 3 every week except for week 1. Let's go. Damn it. Hold on. Damn it. Spilled like a drop of water and of course, had to go right where the damn plug was. And just said, fuck Cowboys on a bye, need a kicker. Any good ones? Try to pick a guy on Monday Night Football or something, or Sunday night, just where you get one of the last guys. If that's not a thing, pick up someone who's kicking in a dome. But no, I don't even track kickers. Yeah, they fucking suck, man. Let's see. All right, let's see. Is this guy Fugazi? Interesting. Okay, this one's going to be good. And restaurant, I love active in the AFC Championship game. Raiders have a great sense of humor. Here's a guy to get on your radar or to go pick up, one of the two, depending on how big your league is. Eric Murray, safety for the Houston Texans, 0% rostered in Yahoo redraft leagues, 0% rostered in sleeper leagues, it says. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but the Houston Texans run 3 safeties more often than not. I mean, there's been games, well, there's been a game where all 3 of their safeties had 100% snaps. They were all a tiny bit under 100% this week. But either way, Eric Murray, even at his low, he's playing like 80% of the snaps if he's not one of the safeties who's on the field for 90+% of the snaps. So I like what he's been putting out on the field. 2 out of the last 3 games over 19 points. And you can't deny that with the snap percentage and the opportunity. And look at who they got. They got Green Bay, a team that's going to be throwing it a lot. And so I bet they deploy 3 safeties in this game very often. And Eric Murray, I know no one's telling you about this guy but me. Go pick him up.
Pick him up.
Let's go. Blizzard said, what up? What are you thinking about Wilson's dynasty value with the Adams trade? I think it, to some people it gets lower, to some people it gets higher. I think that it's kind of staying very similar of where it is, but it will slowly rise again. But I like it because Adams is going to get him free from the number 1 cornerback. You know, like, I'm not saying he'll never see the number 1 cornerback, but I think that now they're going to move Garrett Wilson around a bunch, and it's going to just free him up like it didn't used to in the past. So yeah, I like the I like the value, and I wouldn't let anybody like say that Garrett Wilson's value has dropped to me. You know, like if someone's trying to trade for Garrett Wilson, like if I had him, not letting anybody talk to me that way. I go, no, he did not lose value. All right. When it comes to the defensive backs, more often than not, we're trying to start the strong safeties or, AKA the box safeties. We're not really trying to start cornerbacks more often than not, unless they're a cornerback that gets a shitload of tackles. And that's why I'm going to shout out Marlon Humphrey right now, because he gets a shitload of tackles. I mean, there's only been 2 games where he had single-digit points this entire season. Last 3 weeks, 15, 13, 22. Teams are just throwing a lot on the Ravens because it's very hard to run on them. And a guy like Marlon Humphrey gets hella tackles. So I say you go pick him up.
Pick him up!
And start him if you were in a bind. They got Tampa Bay this week, and Tampa Bay throws a bunch. All right, let's see. I lost track of who I was getting there. Blizzard, would you rather have Etienne or Davante Adams in Dynasty? Probably Adams. but it's very close. And George, what up on Twitch? Dynasty 1QB app PPR, worth it to grab ETN for a late 25 first, or am I better off drafting? I think you're better off using that first on something else than ETN. I think it's a bad time to buy ETN for a first. So I'm not saying don't trade that. I'm not saying don't trade that first rounder. I'm saying wait around for something better than Travis Etienne. All right. Last guy I am going to mention here is Mr. Andre Cisco. Let me hit that ball. Jacksonville Jaguars safeties. We know how the offense for the Jags has been a little hit or miss. So guys like Cisco are just on the field a bunch. Started off very, very slow, but the last couple weeks versus Indy and Chicago, very, very nice, with 16 and 19 points in each of those two. They got the Patriots coming up this week, and I feel like a guy like Drake May is just going to be throwing it a bunch as well. So I do like picking up a guy like Cisco.
Pick him up!
And a lot of situations you can go fire him up out there. We did it. We made it through the week 7 IDP waiver wire pickups. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe, hit that like, throw in a comment. And I have a question for all you IDP savants who made it to the end of the video here. Would you like to see me do an IDP start and sit video every single week where I go through every single matchup and I give a couple names, start these guys, sit these guys, something in that kind of context? Throw it in the chat. Throw it in the comments. Let me know what you think about that idea. I've been kicking it around, but I feel like I'm going to start doing that. But I just want to see some feedback from some people who actually watch the whole IDP video. I do offense as well. And I start a bunch of leagues with IDP in it, including NFL playoff fantasy league. So right after the fantasy season is over, NFL playoffs, I'm going to be starting leagues. I have been for the last few years. You guys want to be in on it? $33 buy-ins, $55 buy-ins. I keep the fantasy party going. It is going to be very fun. So I'm putting you guys on right now for the people who've been paying attention. And leave a comment. If you watch the video every single week and you don't comment, do me a favor. Leave a comment and say fuck team defense or IDP life or anything like that, so I know who's out there watching. And go check out one of the videos that's popping up right now. Some offensive videos. Let's go. Peace out, everybody. And I'm still here for everybody watching live. And George, any suggestion on RB to grab with that pick? You got to see who's cashing it in right now. You know, who's throwing in the towel. Look at the bad teams over there. And then look at the running backs that they have. And if you're a bad team, you're going to be trying to acquire a lot of first and second round picks. So I would just be looking towards the bottom of the league. And I would try to find someone who has some diamond in the rough on their shitty team, you know, whether it's a running back or a wide receiver. But you said running back. So yeah, look for someone who has a good running back out of the shitty teams. Quincy heard Russell Wilson is starting. I got Fields. Said, why do this? Said, should I pick him up? Yeah, you should pick him up. And it's not a guarantee that Wilson is starting. Okay. He said he's taking first team reps this week and he's going to be in consideration for the start. So I think that we can think of this like a QB competition going into this week. And trust me, I know Fields has been okay for fantasy football, but in real life, he's been pretty mediocre at best more often than not. So Wilson is a better quarterback than him. Let's see if Wilson is injured enough to where, or, you know, healthy enough to where he can prove it in practice, because he's going to have to earn it. But yeah, you should pick him up. Major swings happening now. That is for sure. All right. About to be time to get up out of here, peeps. We'll do one more bowl ski. And we're going to get up out of here. And I traded the Jets RB Allen for Marvin Harrison Jr. Was that a good trade? Dude, someone traded you straight up Marvin Harrison Jr. for Braylon Allen. Like, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. in that trade, and it was only those two guys 1-for-1. And was this redraft or dynasty? Quincy said it sucks because I can only keep 3 Q. Oh, what? See, this is why we can't have QB limits and shit anymore. Damn, dude, that sucks. That sucks, man. That sucks. Damn, I don't even know what to say because it's like, dude, now you got to make the choice. Like, we don't even know who's necessarily going to start. Lipsy, should I be fine with picking up the Vikings defense for the rest of fantasy? I'd say no, because I don't think any defense is I don't think any defense is worth like never considering playing another team. You know? So I would say pick them up for sure. They've been really good, but I'm not going to say like pick them up and then never play another defense. You know, I'm not going to say that. All right. Here we go. Redraft. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, it's crazy that person was that pissed at Marv. I mean, he could miss a week or two, you know. I mean, shit, we see Neighbors. He hasn't come back after that concussion yet. And Lipsy, I dropped the Cowboys like 3 weeks ago. They've been ass. Yeah, good job, dude. Good job for not sticking with them because, yeah, they've been bad. Been bad. I'm sure they got like negative points versus the Lions this past week, right? Don't forget, guys, Dynasty Life. Stevie B. He'll be rocking tonight. I'll be back tomorrow morning. We got starts and sits to talk about. And good show, everybody. 3 hours. Tim in another league is super flex. I got Lamar, Holmes, Field, Stafford. He wants to trade Marvin Harrison Jr. and Brian Robinson Jr. for Mahomes and Lazard. Not in super flex. Not doing that. Nope. And you heard the news about, I talked about that, right? About how Fields is taking first team reps. Don't sleep on that. All right. I'm out of here, guys. Go watch all the waiver wire videos. They're really quick hitters. It so helps the 420 crew. If you guys could go watch the waiver wire videos, throw it on double speed. You'll get through it super quick. And then leave a like, leave a comment. That just helps other people find it. So even if you don't need the information because you watched it, just taking those couple minutes out of your day really helps the videos reach other people. So I appreciate that a lot. Make sure you hit the like and you leave the comment on those videos. Appreciate you guys. And remember, fantasyfootballhustler.com. If you're going to go to any website, go to that one because that literally gives you all the links to everywhere that you can find me. Patreon's the place where you guys need to be. That's the top link, or 420crew.com. And then go check out the merch at 420crewmerch.com. You guys want to check out some of these shirts. They are super dope. Go check them out. Go pick one up.
Pick them up.
Let's do it. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you a little later. Peace out, peeps.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.